Hey, I'm Kevin Charach, and I'm walking on Avalon Road, one of the signature spots here in James Bay. So I've been told. Now, not only am I a new reporter here at the ShawTV South Island team, but I'm also new to the city of Victoria as well. So come join me as I learn a thing or two about James Bay.
This is glorious. It's beautiful.
I started my James Bay journey with one of its biggest fans, Doreen.
I love this area. Just right now when I'm walking here with you, I can feel the beautiful wind in my face. I look at that gorgeous sun in the water.
You got a lot of childhood memories here.
Oh, yeah.
She grew up in the small community and loves it so much, she even created her own James Bay picture calendar.
All my creativity kind of came out. There are certain areas that I love, like Ogden Point, Breakwater, and Beacon Hill Park,
Certain things have changed since her childhood, like the Breakwater's new artwork and safety rails. But it takes just a short walk near the water and nostalgia kicks in.
What remains the same is just the natural beauty of the area. Like Beacon Hill Park is the same as it was when I was a kid.
Much of the area's style and heritage also remains unchanged.
Almost like an old English-British kind of character to it, like an old town character too.
That character was developed by its roots, as the James Bay area has always been one of Victoria's most popular places to live.
Thousands of years ago, and up until the present time, First Nations have been living in and around James Bay. And then along came the Hudson's Bay Company in 1843, and very quickly James Bay became a farm, Beckley Farm. And then it became the first residential subdivision anywhere in British Columbia.
Named after British Governor James Douglas, James Bay grew rapidly in the mid-1800s as an economic boom emerged.
Factories of all sorts were built, shipyards, rice mills, paint factories, furniture factories, chemical plants, you name it. James Bay had lots of industry. Today, that's all gone.
In the mid-1900s, the demand for living in James Bay increased so much that they began to build up. But that didn't last long.
The high-rise apartments you see in James Bay largely date from the 1960s. And then in 1972, a mayoral election was fought on the idea of downzoning much of this area.
And there's a lot of activists that really were very outspoken about any development, any high-rises.
And so the high buildings came to a standstill. Some have started going in again in more recent years. But in the meantime, people really became passionate about saving the heritage buildings. They didn't want to see all the old buildings torn down.
Today, James Bay is still known as one of Victoria's most picturesque settings. It's become increasingly diverse, and it's now considered one of the must-see destinations for tourists. So what did I learn? Well, on top of its natural beauty and thorough history, James Bay is all about embracing the new and celebrating its past. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy a 21st century beverage inside this 19th century house. Cheers.